My name is Arn Slettebak. I'm an exhibit specialist at the Burke Museum. I've been here for many years, and also for many years I've had an interest in etched weapons from around the world. And I have been studying over the years a number of the many etched weapons in the collections of the museum, and I'd like to show you a few of them. Well, about 3,000 years ago in the old world, bronze tools were giving way to tools made out of iron and steel. The only problem was iron has a high melting point, and the ancient smiths weren't able to melt iron in the charcoal furnaces that they had. So they had to beat the iron, fold it upon itself, twist it, and weld it. And that made it stronger than bronze. Now, how does a customer know that he has a good sword that won't fail him in combat? Well, this is how he knows: by the pattern in the steel. And this is an example of what we call pattern welding. This is a result of folding and forging many times different types of steels together, and then polishing and etching this with a fruit acid or a sour beer or something of that nature to reveal this pattern. And if a customer saw this, he knew he had a good sword. This is a particularly beautiful and rare example from the southern Philippines. And in many places around the world, similar techniques were passed down by the smiths through the generations. This is a crease from the island of Java, and it too has this pattern welding. And another name for this is watered steel, because the surface resembles ripples in water. Now, the reason for this pattern in the steel from Java, and in this case from the island of Bali, is that nickel was laminated alongside the iron and then etched to produce this beautiful surface. And you may agree that this is a very magical looking sword, and in fact these swords were thought to be very magical and had a number of magical properties attributed to them. Now, the pinnacle of this technique of pattern welding is actually the Japanese sword. Even though it's very subtle, and I'm not even sure if the camera can pick this up very well, nevertheless, you may have to trust me that there's a wood pattern, a wood grain pattern in this steel. And it's generally agreed that these Japanese swords are some of the finest swords ever produced. So these are some examples of what we call watered steel or pattern welded steel from the collection of the Burke Museum.